Hey there, in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you one thing you can do to maximize your child's learning space and one thing you can do to keep your sanity as you navigate remote learning with your children. Hey there, welcome to Parenting Hacks with Dr. Yanina. As always, it's such an honor to be on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. And as you know, in this show, I share tips or strategies on how to navigate those preteens and teen years that can be quite challenging sometimes. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 things you must do if you have a child or children doing remote learning. As we all know, this year has been quite challenging and quite different from other years as we face and go through the COVID-19 pandemic, and many school systems have offered this school year the option of remote learning. And many parents have decided to take advantage of that option. I am one of them. Both of my children are doing remote learning. And of course, if your children are doing remote learning, you both are experiencing quite a few challenges, and that's completely understandable, which is why I want to share with you 2 things, 2 musts that have to be done in order to maximize your child's learning experience as you also maintain your sanity, right? So the truth is that regardless of your child's age, kids are used to direct guidance from their teachers. Now that they are kind of there on their own, even those who did not struggle with organization in the past, they might begin to struggle because they're not getting that direct guidance from their teachers. So don't be surprised if your child starts to have a hard time keeping up with finding assignments, finding due dates, trying to find resources online, trying to figure out where teachers are posting what, where, or what they have to do, what's due, when it's due, and all these different things, because probably each one of your child's teacher is doing things a little different. And that's why we have to give them a little bit of grace here and also support them. And of course, also don't be surprised that they may find any excuse available to stop working on their schoolwork and wander off. So the first must I want to share with you to help your child get or stay organized is by removing as many distractions as you can. It's all about removing those distractions and help them to stay focused and help them to stay organized. So a few things you can do to remove those distractions that are usually the ones that pop up as they're doing their remote learning is to have a schedule available on a whiteboard or somewhere. Just make sure that they can see their schedule. I'm sure they have like different periods in different classes. Some of the kids, they might have some classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and other classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, in order for us to help them get organized and remove a little bit of stress is to have that daily schedule available and handy so they can see and they know what's next. So it's super important that we encourage them, because they can do it themselves, of course, they're preteens and teens. We encourage them to print out a nice schedule, whether they want to print it out or they want to write it on a whiteboard, whatever is easier for them, but that they have that daily schedule handy. Another thing that I would recommend is to encourage them to use their school agendas or a journal in order for them to keep track of every class with their teacher and the teacher's email and the teacher's phone number, and where they can find the homework, where they can find the due dates. Because again, each teacher has their own organizational skills. So encourage your child to keep an agenda or a journal in which they can have easy access to each teacher's, like I said, contact information, deadlines, links, maybe links to homeworks, whatever it is that they need to find what is needed for them to succeed in that classroom. It's all about having things handy so they don't have to be looking around and looking all over and getting frustrated because they cannot find things. So like for example, my daughter, she a journal, and for each teacher. She has everything that is important for that class and the links and everything, so it's easy access. It would be probably easier if they do like a Google Doc that they can add a link, the direct link, so they just have to click on that link and have access to the classroom or that specific class information, whatever works best for your child. The point is to just help them get organized and have easy access to the schoolwork. Another thing is something that I noticed with, for example, my children, that they have their learning space upstairs, and of course sometimes they get thirsty, so they will kind of run downstairs and get water or whatever it is, a drink or a snack, and then run over there again. So maybe you might want to organize that a little bit better, and this is something that we're working on here too. The whole idea of before school start, get a couple of snacks and have it handy by them so they don't have to be going downstairs or going to the kitchen and getting distracted and possibly missing instruction because by the time that they go and get their snack or whatever it is and come back, they will likely miss some type of instruction. So you might want to encourage them to have all those, the healthy snacks and the healthy drinks available before school starts, so it's handy, it's right there, and they don't have to be going anywhere. That's another thing that you might want to encourage your kids to just be ready and have it ready before the school day starts. And one more thing I want to say under this must is the importance of encouraging your child to have physical activity, because they were used to, getting from home to school and then going from one classroom to another and walking around the school building, and now they're home. So if we're not careful, they might just stick on that learning area for an entire day without any physical activity. And we all know that, especially at that age, physical activity is very, very important, which is why I really encourage you to encourage your children to, move around and have some physical activity before or after school ends, because it's very, very important that they maintain the body going and going. So don't forget about that one. So let's move on to must number 2. All right, so now we're going to be shifting gears a little bit. Must number 1 was focusing on your child, and must number 2 is focusing on you. Yep, on you. So after I've been talking to a couple of parents, one topic comes up quite often, which is the whole idea that parents are feeling that now they are fully responsible for their child's academic progress. And they feel super stressed out because they might not be able to help their children in some academic areas. And that is because they are not teachers, or they're not able to help. Some parents have come to me and asked me, what if my child needs help in math or science or maybe their Spanish class? What am I going to do? I might not be as good in Spanish, or I might not be as good in math or science, and I don't want my child to fail. So they feel that pressure that they have to know it all in order for them to be able to help their children succeed academically. So if this is you, mom, if this is how you're feeling, if you're feeling this way, my second must to navigate remote learning and keep your sanity is to give yourself permission to make mistakes. The key here is that you are going to resolve and adjust as you go. No one, I'm serious, listen to me, please listen. No one is expecting you to be your child's teacher. We're expecting you, and people are expecting of me the same thing, to be my child's mother, right? But not my child's teacher. If I were doing homeschooling, yes, of course I would be my child's teacher, but this is not homeschooling, this is remote learning. There is a big difference. If you are feeling that pressure of that expectation, that's on you. Please, 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 don't freak out if you don't know how to explain the material, or maybe you don't know how to help your child with math. Don't freak out. The truth is that you don't have to know everything to support your child. What I would say that instead of wasting your time and energy on freaking out and getting upset and getting this guilt feeling and disappointed that you cannot help your child, instead I want you to be resourceful. Encourage your child to reach out to their teacher for more supplemental material. You can also encourage your child to do some search on YouTube video tutorials, because there's a lot of YouTube video tutorials, believe me. They're available and you will be surprised. Maybe together you guys can look into curriculum resources websites. Just become resourceful and encourage your child to be resourceful as well. Just because they don't know an answer doesn't mean that the answer is not available. They just have to search it. They have to get into Google, they have to get into the internet, and they have to maybe, like I said, reach out to their teachers, but they have to take that step. And what I would like to encourage you to do is to encourage them to do that. It's about trying your best under your unique circumstances and ability. Don't forget that. I'm going to say that again because it's so important. It's about trying your best under your unique circumstances and ability. So Mom, this is what I have for you today. Once again, it's all about removing those distractions and also to give yourself permission to make mistakes, and you're going to resolve them and adjust as you go. It's okay. So before I let you go, let me say this. If you are feeling that the relationship between you and your preteen or teen is changing, or maybe you're noticing that they're pulling away from you, and they're becoming more distant despite the fact that you guys have been home together amid the COVID-19 outbreak. Or maybe you just want to have a better relationship and get closer to them, but you're not sure how to go about it. If your answer is yes to any of these questions, I would like to invite you to join me for one of my free parenting talks, Connecting with My Preteen or Teen. And these are live on Zoom. Give me 1 hour of your time and I will give you powerful strategies to help you get a whole new perspective on how you can start reconnecting or stay connected with your preteen or teen. I'm also going to be sharing with you what you can do to maintain a healthier mindset so that you can feel more confident during these times of uncertainty. And finally, I'm going to be sharing with you how my Mom's Survival Kit for the Crazy Teen Years parenting program can help you be better equipped to handle the issues you're experiencing with your preteen or teen, feel more confident and less stressed out, and understand the power of practicing self-care. So if this is something that sounds good to you, please go to my website at www.dryaninagomez.com/reconnect to sign up for one of my live video calls. It will be such an honor to have you. Once again, to join me, go to www.dryaninagomez.com/reconnect. So I'm going to be adding that link here on the video. So if you are watching through IGTV, you will see it on the top of the video. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you will see that link below this video. And by the way, when you signed up to any of my free talks, you will have a chance to win a copy of my book, Moms Don't Quit: How to Influence, Empower, and Stay Connected with Your Preteen or Teen. But you've got to be present on the call to win. So once again, go to www.dryaninagomez.com/reconnect, and I will love to meet you there. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next episode of Parenting Hacks with Dr. Yanina. Bye for now.